You feel like you had life figured out when you were younger, but now that you're in or near retirement, it feels like you don't know who you are anymore or what your purpose is. I have worked with hundreds of women at this stage of life, and it can be very confusing because what used to work doesn't work anymore. Instead of just fading into the background, this is a pivotal moment for women to deepen into who they really are inside and find the unique gifts that they have to share with the world. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Michelle Baker, creatrix of Art as a Soul Language. I help creative women use art to receive messages from their soul, guiding them towards purpose and fulfillment later in life. The reason that you have to find purpose again is because everything has changed. When we are younger, purpose and fulfillment come from what we are doing, whether that be work, raising kids. We are outputting and finding our fulfillment there. But as we age and come into retirement, you're no longer working, your kids are grown, and that's what can make it feel so dauntingly different and disorienting is because the things that you used to use to anchor yourself to who you are and your value are no longer around, right? It's not that your kids are gone, but they don't need you the way that they used to. It's not that you might not be doing some type of work or even volunteering, but it's not the same. You're not so tied into this is who I am. And what's really happening here is you have transitioned from an outer world way of defining yourself. I am this thing out here. Just like when younger people go to a party, what do? That's how you introduce yourself, right? We go from the outer world way of saying, this is who I am, to a more inner way of knowing and experiencing ourselves in this life. It's actually a beautiful transition, but again, without some guidance and naming of it, it can actually feel incredibly disorienting. But this phase of life is a chance to be who you are. And that beingness is more of your inherent qualities and gifts instead of what you do. It's a transition from the more masculine approach of being valued for what you do and achieve in the outer world to what you provide through your presence and your beingness, which is the feminine energy gifts. And this is especially important for women because we live in a patriarchal culture. And so it might be the first time that you are able to settle into your feminine energy in a real and sustainable way. And that is actually one of the keys to unlocking your purpose later in life is to finally come home to your feminine energy and reclaim your feminine gifts and then allow those to come forward in a new way that doesn't have to be tied to how much money you make or even what you give to other people. This transition from outer world focus and achievement to the inner world also means that you have more time to go on an inward journey to discover who you are. You can actually sink into it and explore it in a way that you would not have been able to when you were really busy and producing and performing. You might even think back to when you were really busy at younger years, wishing that you had this type of time and space to really sink into what you want and who you are. The problem is that sometimes in and around retirement, women have the time and the space, but they're still stuck in the pattern of doing all the things, trying to find that feeling of purpose and value, but it's coming up empty because those outer world achievements of doing the laundry and getting the house clean are no longer what your soul is craving. So this is a beautiful moment where you can really sink into who you are and go on a soul purpose journey that will help you be more connected and aligned with your truth in a way that you might not have ever had the chance to do when you were younger. But I can also recommend, after doing this work with hundreds and hundreds of women, that it is most beneficial to be done with guidance and within a container of other women who understand and are going through something similar so that you have those Me Too moments of knowing that you're not alone and the guidance to get through the stuck moments and reprogram your inner operating system so that you're no longer looking to the outer world for proof of your value and instead go on the beautiful treasure hunt of finding the value within. If this resonates with you and you would like to go one step deeper into learning more about the transition from outer world achievements to inner world soul purpose later in life, then I would love to invite you to my free Unlock Your Purpose challenge that is specifically designed to help creative women find their path to purpose later in life. So I will put a link to that in the description right below this video. Come check it out, meet other amazing soul-aligned women, and learn some eye-opening, amazing information, go through challenge tasks, and really come to the breakthrough that you've been looking for.